do a dramatic entrance.
Close enough. Hey everyone, I'm Matt.
And I'm Angela.
Welcome back to Matgelair. Today we have a Kickstarter preview of Legends of the Arena by Toth Games. We did a few playthroughs ourselves, and we'll give you a mini playthrough of how this game works, and then we will come back with our final thoughts. But let's kind of jump into some of that now. Everything you're going to see today is prototype. It says it right here on the back of the box. Everything is prototype and could be subject to change. There's some iconography that could change. There's going to be some extra characters on top of that are Kickstarter exclusive from stretch goals that we don't have in this box.
And when's the Kickstarter?
Kickstarter starts this week, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the exact date.
And so do you
Yeah. Kickstarter is upcoming. So we got a copy to play through, and we're going to give you our thoughts. So setup is really simple. We have our board here, which is made up of these 7 cards. They are double-sided, and you're trying to push your opponent off the edge and knock them out. You have your card here. Everyone's going to have a rundown of the round down over on the side. You have your special ability, health track, and your push track. And then on the back kind of gives you some details on how they play. That's just Sabo's details. And then you have these knockout and stock tokens. They're double-sided each. Here's a better view. Focus. Yeah. They are double-sided. Sorry for the blur. And so you are trying to knock out your opponent's stocks first in order to, and you do that by knocking them out. Your little portals for start zones and where you're going to respawn when your character gets knocked out. Then you get these decks of cards. Everyone's going to have some special cards with special attacks and their ultimate attack. Ultimate attack is going to look a little bit different than every other normal card. That's going to go face down in front of you. You have these cards here. These are your special attacks. When you use those, they get discarded, but you do get them back eventually after you've gone through your deck of your cards. And then you have your basic cards here with the black border that are always going to be in your hand. After each round, you're going to just reshuffle and draw them again. And the big thing to note is each round you're going to pick 3 cards from your hand, and you're going to use those as your what you're going to do for the turn, for the round, I should say. And each round has 3 turns in it. And the big thing to note is you have details here. So you got a time up here. Sorry. Got the time up here. That's going to tell you how fast your action's going to go. And if you have the fastest time, you're then going to get to go first. You have these symbols here, which coincide with the text at the bottom. So this is a block 1, and then turn and move. So it's a lot of your actions are based off of what direction your piece is facing. So if you're facing, my guy is facing this way, he's going to move that way. If I do a turn action, he would turn this way. So there's that. And then with each attack you do, no matter what the strike says, so this is my strike 1 card, but I do also have, this strike 2 card. Ticket, another character I played as once before, he had a strike 3, but that's just for measuring out block and if your attack's going to get through. There are some block cards like this one here that has a block 2. So if I played a strike 1 against it, that would automatically block it. And then, so when you do a strike, you just do 1 hit of damage against your opponent if their block is not blocked. And then there's the track here that I mentioned before, the green one, that mentions your push. So at certain points, you're going to see it goes 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5. Whatever. And so when you get to those areas, you're then going to put push tokens, which are those little arrow tokens on the box there.
I knew I didn't bring something out that I needed.
You got these little push tokens. They have numbers on them. Again, sorry for the blur. And so when you play those, they are going to force you to push your opponent back spaces, which you use to push them over the edge of the board and cause a knockout. So we'll kind of give you a brief run through of a sample round where first you take the top card of your side deck here, which has your special abilities in them, and then you're going to choose 3 cards from your hand for
So I'm just going.
how you're going to do
I'm
it.
just going to show what mine are, just to get the gist of the game a little bit. So I can remove myself from the arena and then place myself at the other end, and I may turn around as well.
So you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we draw our first card off the top of our deck. Ooh. All right. So
I blocked one, and I can move forward.
okay.
So I use this, and mine's faster at 90. And what did you do?
So I used my Spike Trap special card, which means I get to place one of these
I
in
really
my
need to pick a
space.
new character, to be honest with you. She's hasn't done anything for me. Just saying.
All right.
So you're
I'm just placing a Spike Trap down in my space. If you land there, you take 1 damage.
okay. So I'm still going forward 1.
All right. Boom. So now
So-
you're gonna.
I did. Mine's power 30, so I get to go first, and it says I strike 1 at range 1. So
Do 1 damage, and then I'm playing my Call from Below, which is unless played in the final round of the sequence, this card resolves in the round after it's played. So then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna turn to yeah. So what's yours?
strike 2 at range 0, which I'm not there.
Yep. So I then get to move, and because I played my Call from Below, I'm doing a strike 2 at range 0. So you take the 1, but I get to take the initiative.
Why don't I get 2 damage?
Just because.
Strike 2.
Yeah.
I get 2 damage.
1.
Why?
Because you just take 1 damage. So that's
Oh.
strike 2 is
how much
just
you
the
block.
strength. So you need to play a block 2 in order to block a strike 2.
Okay.
So that is the gist of a round of gameplay in Legends of the Arena. So I played this, it's game discarded, but when my timer deck here runs out, I then get to reshuffle them and redraw them later on. But yeah, you're going to keep going back and forth like this until someone loses all of their stock. So we're back. What are your final thoughts?
I like this game. I feel like there could be a couple of edits. I don't think Hilda's strong at all, but that's just because I keep picking her. One thing we are confused about is the initiative token, which, that's okay. Maybe there'll be more clarification maybe in the final product that will be discussed more as to what it does.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the rulebook is going to be a lot more clear. The rulebook we got is your typical
Prototype
yeah.
rule book stapled together, and I still love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah, no, and to that point, I absolutely love the just the synergy between characters and how well they all have their own special, unique things. So, as I said before, you had Ticket, who gets these edit cards that you get to play on top of your deck. And his special cards are all edit cards. And so they play off of your deck. You have, is he on the cover? Yeah, you got the meat guy here. This character turns into a werewolf. So, like, you have different unique things for each character.
Except Hilda. She doesn't have anything, what?
You just haven't learned her how... Yeah,
Yeah, but she doesn't have any special thing like they did, like the spike strip or that extra card. You know what I mean? I just play her because of vibes, but if I want to win, then I'm not playing.
I guess I'm going to have to try to play as Hilda one time to show her how special and unique she can be.
Rude. Anyway.
But yeah, the artwork is incredible. The gameplay, the rules are solid. I can't wait to see what the official cards, come out looking like, and any changes and edits they make to those, because they're already so well crafted and so well rounded for each character individually. I mean, let me take the cards back out again, because there are some that I feel to show off a little bit more, like...
I mean, as far as prototype, this is almost put together,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, take it as I mentioned before, he has the cards with the edit at the top here, but, some of his cards are slightly different than, anybody else's. So, like, he's got his range 2 at 0, block. This is one I think is just his. It's a better with time, strike 1 at range 1 or more, and then if it isn't the first round, strike 2 at range 1 or more. But then, we got Lucius here, who, aside from, his special cards, he has some of these that lets him move differently, and here's a strike 3. His cards have the transform mentioned on it. And then you have Alicia here, who has, this ranged fireball attack. So everyone has some different unique flavor to them, which makes playing each one absolutely paramount to learning the strategy. And I don't think that it's going to be an easy game for anyone to master.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I want to talk about. Like, what do you think of, like, who would we play this with? Like, I feel like our families who don't play board games much, we tend to go easier games than this. This is a little bit more of a step up, but
yeah, I mean,
it's not unapproachable.
So for me, it weighs between asymmetric enough that it's more complicated, like Root. But I
find Root was way more complicated.
No, but what I'm saying is the asymmetry between them all makes it very difficult to teach that way, like with Root.
You have to just know your own cards.
Yeah. You have to learn your character and know their cards, where it's also got simple gameplay mechanics to it. I liken this to more of BattleCon. If you know BattleCon, amazing game, combat game just like this, where you get part A cards, part B cards, and then you combine them together to make an attack. Okay. Or even more like Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards, which is a game you have not played yet, but it's one that you would probably love. Mm-hmm. But you get like 3 parts to a spell. But with this, you're creating your 3-part actions for each round. And
I do like how you have to do tit for tat. Like, it's not, you choose your 3 and you can, like, use it to your advantage. You also have to choose what order they go in. And so it's really, you have to, like, blindly guess what your other... I think that's my frustration, but also the good thing about the game, is that you have to think about, is my opponent going to attack me, or is he going to run away? But also, I don't know their cards.
Yeah.
I don't know that character. So it's like, if you want to, like, be cheeky and, like, really get good at this game, you just really have to study all the characters.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a good or a positive. You know,
I definitely think that's a individual player type of thing, right?
Yeah.
So like where we enjoy something like that,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely can see some people getting frustrated by that, but it's not a bad thing. It's no
so
different.
Kind of me.
It's no different than playing like a Super Smash Bros. Once you learn,
Which is my favorite.
I know. Once you learn a character, you get really good at them. You master all their moves, and you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's definitely one of the great selling points of this to me is that it's asymmetric. It has a lot of replayability, a lot of learning curves, so it's not easy to master. And it's just, I don't want to say sophisticated, it's just frustrating enough that you're like, crap, how did I not know that they could do a move like this?
Mm-hmm.
Just going back to even Ticket, his
I think he's your favorite.
he honestly is my favorite to play with. And I'm going to give away all the tactics here in the video, sorry. So like his move, he has a card that lets you move additional spaces, or he has a card that lets you do all of your moves at one time in the final round.
That really killed me in a playthrough.
Yeah, it was a really fun thing, and that was also another a topic I wanted to touch on too was the scale
Mm-hmm.
of gaining push tokens.
Mm-hmm.
I did really like that where there was a level of, do I want to give them more abilities to push me and knock me off the board? Do I have enough of a strategy that I can save myself from being pushed off the board? Whereas so many other games like this, you don't have that. It's very just plain. It's a flat plane. You get all your cards, and some cards are going to do better than others, and
Sorry.
and yeah, that's a huge pro for me. I like that mechanic built into it.
I mean, it was different to see for me,
Mm-hmm.
and like that mechanic. I feel like, okay, again, it comes back to strategy. It's do I want to keep striking this person to wear them out in health? But the more I do that, the more advantage they have on pushing me off of the board.
Yeah.
And so it's like, which do I want to play? How do I want to play this game?
Yeah, so it has a lot to offer, a lot to teach and learn, and it's a very easy, compact game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many stretch goals are going to be out there, what it's going to look like in the final. I just know that we had a blast playing this, and we hope that you back it and get to enjoy it as well. So, for now, that's what we have for you. Make sure you go find Legends of the Arena on Kickstarter this week and go and back it. Till next time, toodles. That was recording. Camera's over here.
You put it on upside down.
Or did I?
You put it on upside down. And that's not. You know me. Why would you do these things?
You put it on upside
down.